Hey guys, what's up? This is Eagle. Welcome to a 2800 MMR game, boys. This is like versing Grandmasters, mate, on chess, this is. How incredible is that? Not even Grandmasters, like Super GMs, dude. Anyway, this is the highest MMR game I've been in ages. Maybe ever. Okay, now when you're in a 2800 MMR game, you're versing the best in the region, pretty much. On the other team, you can see Fudge, who's probably the best top. You've got Guts, who's one of the best junglers. And you've got a few more players who have been a challenger for God knows how long. On our team, I can't actually remember our team. I duo with the GP. But it doesn't really mean that much because I never gank him. And he's an egg. But anyway, let's get into the gameplay, boys. So, against the Zac, I kind of want to pressure this guy early. But the only reason why I don't, when I'm this is off stream by the way, when I'm streaming, is just because I don't know how legit the game is going to be. And you guys know what I'm hinting at, right? Because I don't know if I'm going to get pinched, if I'm going to get baited into going there after saying something on stream, even if I say something on stream and the other team is like, oh, okay, he's said that, he's going to do it, and then they just set up for me at their next buff, second buff. So I am pretty reluctant to invade, but in these higher reload games, good players just don't care about ghosting and shit, so we should be okay. But we're going to start Raptors here. The reason I'm starting Raptors is because it's just more reliable and I wanted to test it out. Now you're going to see you're going to see this clear here. So the top laner Dis, who I'm duo with, I actually just legit ruined his lane. Like, this is the worst clear that I've ever done, and please do not copy anything I do from this clear, because it is just that bad. It is that bad. And honestly, I'm surprised he did well in lane dis. I thought this was it. I honestly thought I just lost the game off this clear. See how long it takes me to get like 3 Raptors here? I have to auto another one twice. You normally want to auto like that last one only once. And you see his as you see his health, he's legit lost like 200 HP taking that shit, dude. And then it resets, and I'm like, oh, bro, this is the end. So even off like a shitty and I haven't really done that Raptor start that much, by the way. But anyway, no excuses there. So you see, like, even after this start, how bad it is, we still end up carrying this game. Okay, so we're just going to continue with our normal clear here. You queue over this wall, I think it's quickest. I mean, like, if they're doing it, you're a bit unlucky because you don't have your Q, but rarely will the other jungler invade you here. So, it's never happened to me anyway. They might do. Never know, mate. I'm going to do blue here, and then go for this bottom side Scuttle Crab. In hindsight to this game, I would have loved to have put pressure on Guts jungling, and I see him here, right, at his Raptors, and I'm like, wait, hang on a minute, what clear is he doing? I mean, this is just retarded, right? Like, I've never seen a clear like this, like Zac doing his Raptors. He doesn't have blue buff, so I know his top side's up, so where's he going to go after that? He's going to go top side. Obviously, this Scuttle Crab is up, near the Baron Pit. I want to try and evade being seen here. I want to try and sneak through and get here. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to come all the way through here. Put a ward down in this brush, by the way, as well, guys. Hopefully I do. Okay, yeah, so I see Guts here. Good to put a ward in there just a little bit earlier, I think, for me. So you see me 1v1ing him, and I was expecting Oriana to come just a bit sooner. And I ignite Guts here and Q away. And unfortunately, yeah, Chungy's going to kill me here, which sucks. And yeah, it's just a really AIDS situation I put myself in. Like, as soon as I should have warded that brush earlier. Okay, so you know where Guts came from when we saw him in that brush? I should have warded that earlier, and I should have just gone for Scuttle Crab. I didn't realise that Fudge had Prio top. Should have guessed it, even. Didn't even have to look at the name, because it's Jace. But that was just an egg decision. In hindsight, what I should have done, I should have probably either just tried to rush the Scuttle Crab and then get out, or just leave it. Just give it up and maybe make it play bots on the map, or just farm jungle. One of them. Like, the play I did was just so shit. Even igniting Guts said, like, he's never going to die, he's got his passive, it's just not worth it. It was just a really shit play on my behalf. So we pick up some XP mid. Now, I know that Chungy doesn't have flash, the Yasuo, so I'm thinking, alright, if I can come mid here again nice and early, I think Chungy's got my buffs as well, so if I can go mid, get a kill, I'm back in this game and I've got my buffs back. You see me here just farming. Normally what you want to do, guys, when you're behind as well, is to be ultra aggressive. So, normally you just want to, like, continue on your way. Like, it doesn't really change that much playing from behind. I've made a video on it already. All that happens is that they've just got a bit more gold than you. That's it. Like, you still continue on, you still farm, you still gank the lanes that have, shoving or that have got CC, and every, like, principle that you kind of play by is still there. It's just that you're just a bit behind in gold. That's it, and probably XP. So you see here, Fudge is just perma-shoving this lane, and my duo... I don't know. Let's have a look here and see what happens. So we queue over that wall, put a box down there. Probably should have held on to the box after I saw Fudge path back a bit, but this is just a free kill. Unfortunately, Disc doesn't get an assist, but this is fine. So we're back in the game now after this. So that's all about just looking at the lanes, seeing that Fudge is shoving top. Who's the Jace? Just noticing that he's shoving top. He's pretty much he probably does have flash though, because he wasn't in that fight, was he level 3? And then again, once again here, I'm like, alright, well, I'm going to gank top again. I'm going to try gank top here, because you see like my bot side's up, and the Scuttle Crab near Infernal Drake is the next crab up. Normally, you want to path towards that crab when it's respawning, but here I want to try and catch Fudge off guard, and picking up this XP under this wave is really, really good for me. This is awesome. Like, this is my route back in the game, and after, 2 minutes ago, I was probably thinking, oh my god, dude, I'm getting AIDS. I'm now thinking I'm in a position to hard carry. Unfortunately, who is my Oriana? Is that... Oh, that's the next game, and that's Get Back. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, he dies mid, so Chungy's off to a really good start, but here I'm just focusing on top lane. So this is in lane. Fudge was just mid, that's right. So Fudge was just mid, so he's going to be pathing back top, and now I'm thinking, alright, well, where should we go? Well, let's just see what happens top. I don't think he's warded this brush. And yeah. I think we actually misplayed this. Let me have a look at this, boys. But yeah, so what I'm doing here is just absolutely right. Q over. We've got 3 points in Q. Okay, so, the box there should have been, like, on Fudge. As soon as I see him go on Dis, I should be boxing on him. And you see here, like, I dodge it and then Dis dies. So this was actually, like, just a bit of a fucking meme of a game. But Dis, the GP, after that shitty leash, and thankfully we kind of outplayed Fudge a bit there, but, like, that fight, I could have saved this by putting a box down when Fudge was fighting. Now, he may have killed the box with his Q in his melee form. I'm not sure, but the box I put down, like, it's still there. It's just useless. If you see, like, the other champion you're ganking, like, try and turn on your laner or anyone, you normally want to put a box down, like, where they are fighting. Yeah, so I put a box down where he's going to run, but he stopped, and he turned on Dis, right? So I should have put that box where he was, fucking hammering Dis over the head. But we ended up getting the kill. So we're now 2-1, and Guts really hasn't done that much. Like, he's out farming me, and I think he's level 5. I'm not entirely sure, but we're in a good position here. So he's got 10 CS up on me. Also oh no, I'm level 6 as well. Okay, so it's pretty even. It's a pretty even game. Alright. So we're going to do red buff here. Now, you see that Infernal Drake is up, right? So normally the rule of thumb, and I've said in other commentaries, is to play around that Drake, especially when you're level 6 on Shaco. It's very easy to do. So I want to path down towards Infernal. You see me leave my Raptors here. The reason I leave Raptors is because my bot lane just got a double kill. So the chances of me securing Infernal just go through the roof. Now, I made a mistake. I should have manned up, and I should have rushed that Drake. Even if that is Scuttle Crab, whatever you call it, warded, I should have manned up and done the Drake. Guts just died, and for some reason I was just like, oh, dude, if they see me warding it, I'm going to die. They have a Yas mid, who will do nothing to me if I'm doing it. Like, there's no hard CC there, and it's easy to dodge his Tornado. Guts is dead. And who else? I can't remember their support. I think it's a Soraka. Like, none of them pose a threat to me. Like, none of them pose a threat to me at the moment. And as you see here, the next game wants blue buff. I'm 2-1. I don't think he's going to do well mid. If you don't think your mid laner is going to carry the game as much as you, never give them blue buff, mate. Even if they threaten to AFK, let them AFK. Just carry the game. Alright? That's the goal here, mate, is to hard carry. You see me come mid here, so fortunately for us, Shuggy goes on the next game at the perfect time. We put box down in the middle, he's going to get feared. So that box was a lot better, right, compared to the one at the top. Unfortunately, he ignites Ori and she dies, but this is fine. Like, I'm 3-1 now. This game is very, very carryable. And I'm going to shove this next wave as well. The reason I'm shoving this next wave is so the Yasuo misses all that XP, and the lane should reset by the time Ori gets back. I'm only getting 4 gold for this, by the way. Do like the jungle change they made. The machete change, how you get, what is it? You get maximum gold if you have, or if you don't have the most CS on your team. So if you have the most CS on your team, you're only getting like 4 gold, I think. If you've got the jungle item, which is good. It's a lot better than, what was it before? I can't actually remember what it was before. But yeah, this is a much better change. Helps us out a lot. as you see here, I'm pathing towards top again because Fudge is just perma-shoving this lane, and the thing with Jace, like, I have it, like, for me anyway, when I play against him, if you can shut a Jace, and you see here, like, Guts comes in, so let's just focus on this fight. So Guts comes in, I really can't do anything. Dis doesn't have flash, he gets CC'd, like, I just can't fucking do anything against that. So I'm just going to chill, farm the JG. They're not going to, like, come at me here because they know, you know, I'm not a spastic. I'm going to dodge that shit and get out. It's just a waste of their time. But yeah, that was just unfortunate. If Guts has, if Dis has flash there, the GP, then I can definitely look to do something and turn it. But because he doesn't, he just gets chained into, like, Jace EQs and shit. So once again here, I'm like, alright, Guts is going to come in for this again. He does. I can just, especially the way Fudge is playing and how low that tower is. So he dodged the Zakar. Dis kills Fudge, he also stays alive, knows his limits well here, he almost dies to minion aggro, and Ori's going to come in and flash QW, which I remember. So that was really, really good, just anticipating that gank. See if Scuttle Crab's up, it's not up. Alright, so we're just going to back on 1800, get a couple of long swords, and we're sweet. So right there, like, knowing that tower was so low and how Fudge was playing that, the Jace, like, he's just playing so aggro, and it just, like, tells me, alright, that they're going to set something up here again. And they may think that I back off after I do that, after I do golems, but thankfully we're kind of smart, I guess, and stay, and we pick up a kill, or 2 assists, something like that. 2 assists, that's right. So bot lane's doing really well, so this is awesome for me. The lane that I haven't gone to or spent any time even near is winning their lane, which is just fucking, that's a blessing, mate. That is legit. I mean, I don't really believe in that shit, but that's awesome. Yeah, they're winning it on their own. And it just eases the pressure, mate, just a little bit on me here. So Infernal's up after the bot lane kills in. Kills their bot lane. It's just a free Drake. Even if Guts comes in to try steal this, I secure it easily. Very easy to secure Drakes on Shaco with your backstab E combo. So we get Infernal. I'm on. So I am currently 800 gold off a Dustblade. Very important that you guys know your gold values on Shaco, like how much a Dustblade is, especially early game. Early game is very important. Like how much a Dustblade is if you have 1 long sword and a dirk, just a dirk and 2 long swords. Very important to know the gold values so that you farm efficiently as well. So let's have a look here. So Scuttle Crab's up, so we're going to go to Scuttle Crab. My red buff is spawning kind of soon. You see the pressure that Jace has over GP at the moment? Like, going to that lane is a bit, like, I don't really want to, because Fudge is probably playing that side of the map again. I mean, Guts, the Zac. Because what challenger junglers will do, or good junglers anyway, will camp their winning lanes. As you see, I get in a really nice spot here. This is really troll what I did. So, this is clean. So what I do on Raka, and then we queue over everything and we auto her. What I did here was try. I didn't realize that Jhin was going to hit that shit. And I got just really shitty AIDS timing. But honestly, that's my bad. I should never have R'd like that. I should have R'd after he hit the cone. Because I probably would have dodged his 4th shot as well. But yeah, just a bit unlucky. But honestly, should have played that better. The first part was very nice, but after that it was a bit troll. Anyway, so now we have Dustblade, 1100 gold, so my focus here is to back, but then I'm thinking to myself, oh, hang on a minute, we've got a free turret here maybe, so let's see if we can get this. Now, I know Guts is top, as you can see now on the map, and he's taking my red buff, so what I want to do is take his, or his bot side, and we should be sweet. So I'm just going to stay bot for now. I'm going to put, I think I pressure this Jhin here, actually. I'm not sure. Do we get this tower? No, we don't get this tower. Okay, so Soraka comes and we back away, which is fine. But yeah, because Guts is top, I'm going to take his red buff. His raptors spawn. I think they're up, actually. Yeah, they are. So I'm going to take them as well. So that's like kind of concept I've been talking about, especially in game reviews, like mirroring the other jungler, matching what they're doing. So if they're doing something on your top side, you do something on their bottom side. If they're on your bot side, you do something on their top side. Yeah, if that makes sense. So like, for example, if I was to back there, after, what is it, like, what happened? After we killed Soraka and then we went over that plant with Jhin, say I backed and got a Dustblade, I don't have red buff, I don't have raptors, Guts has taken my whole top side, I'm behind in XP, and his bot side is still up for him. So he gets ahead in XP, and that's a little bit of a throw from me. So if I don't do that right there, yeah, it's just like, it doesn't necessarily put me behind, but it's something that I definitely should have done to keep my lead on him. Like, I've got 2 levels, if I don't do that, he's probably a level behind and close to being even. So an important, like, little detail there. And it's all decision making, right? Like, that's all this season is. I'm not really making any red hot micro plays. I actually fucked up once as well, so It's all about decision making, putting yourself in the right position, and just reading the map. That's legit it, boys. Legit it to jungling, mate. You got to remember as well at the end of the day that even though you're playing Shaco and he's very unique, you're still a jungler, so you have to do that job. You have to do that role. Not like always, because especially mid late game, you don't really act as a jungler that much. It's more of like assassinating people and hard carry. But for the early mid game, you're a jungler. It's your job to put pressure in the jungle, pressure on the map in any way you can, and mirroring what the other jungler is doing is very, very important. So as you see here, so I've got everything. I've got Dustblade. I'm trying to look for a pick, pressure the map. You see, like, I don't go top. I don't need to go to that top side jungle. I know all the camps are gone. Maybe, like, Raptors and Krugs have respawned, but I know all that shit's gone. My red buff's not up, so I don't care. So I see Fudge down here, so I'm looking at gank. I'm pretty sure he's got something warded, seeing as how far he backed off. He then EQs that brush, and I'm out. We see a bit of a fight erupting mid. Now, I really like when this happens. When there's a fight breaking out and you're like the last one to the party. I love it, mate. It's just so free. So Soraka gets out. She barriered. She may have R'd. I don't think she did R. I think she just barriered. But yeah, that's fine. At least we baited that. That's good. I typed in chat Raka R and shit. I should have been more specific. I should have just said Raka barrier or just pinged it because I'm pretty sure she still has her ult. But we take Raptors here, so we got like a nice little win out of that. We see Chungy here. I don't want to fight this though, because Oriana is farming Krugs, and I don't really want to fight around Guts at the moment because he's strong. Like, I want to be the one making a pick. If that makes sense, like, I think we win these fights if I'm the one going in and killing Soraka or Jhin first, rather than they engage on us and then the team fight. You know, I might even get caught by some CC if I'm invisible. It just makes it, I think the best situation is just if I go in here, especially because they're backline, like, they have no escapes. They don't have real... I mean, the Soraka has a cloth armor, but still, we should be able to get through that pretty easily. So you see them going top here. Now, after I see Guts and Yasuo top, and then this Jin's on his own, it's just so free. So Raka used R there as well. So just knowing that Jhin was on his own there, Guts isn't in the vicinity to kind of back him up and CC us and shit. So that's just free. Right here, I could have R'd as well to get this tower, which I... No, I don't think that would have been worth, actually. It's a smart decision just to run away. Yeah, once again, like, this is just one of those instances where, like, alright, so you've killed, what was it? You've killed their Jhin. You know that Guts was topside. He's probably recalled and going to his Raptors or bot side now. As you see, he's in the mid lane. Take his Raptors. After you win, like, after you get like a little win like that, where you kill someone, or you burn summoners, or force one of them back, anything like that, guys, you want to try and put pressure on the map. So me taking Raptors there just denies Guts CS, and just puts me even further ahead of him. Reason I go Trinity this game, this was a mistake on my behalf. I should have gone Ghostblade. Reason is because Yasuo has Berserker Greaves. If I go Ghostblade here, I just win. As you see, but Bip here is Lucian. He has heal up, and if he just healed, man, like, I swear, like, we would have just cleaned up, and the game would have ended so much sooner, but he doesn't heal. He flashes, but he doesn't heal, so that kind of tilted me. As you see here, I was close to spam pinging it. What's going on? Fucking tilting me. That's actually a real tilter, dude. Like... Seriously, we got Infernal though, so we should be sweet. This is... Holy shit, he's 100. And yeah, so back to the build, guys. Like, going Ghostblade here was just better because, as I said, Yasuo has Greaves. So if Yas has Ninja Tabis, I would definitely go Triforce here. Triforce just gets through Ninja Tabis and resistances a lot better than Ghostblade does. Ghostblade is just pretty much fucking useless against Ninja Tabis, to be honest. Like, yeah, you have a Dustblade in there, but that's most of your damage. Ghostblade really does bad against Tabi. So if you're fed as fuck, right, and they build Ninja Tabis early, yes, you can still go Ghostblade because you're so far ahead. But this game, like, yeah, I'm doing really well and in a really nice spot, but I'm not crushing. I'm not 10-0. You know, we don't have like 6 turrets. If the game is like just absolutely, you're just dominating and it looks over, then yes, go Ghostblade against those Ninja Tabis. But if the game is still in the balance, you know, you're not quite there yet, then going Triforce is a wiser decision because it does better against Tabis and resistances. Now, in hindsight here, once again, as I was saying earlier, Jhin doesn't actually go Tabis, he goes Swifties. Soraka goes Tabis, which is kind of AIDS. I was anticipating Jhin to, because I think that by the time we got phased, Jhin had didn't have any boots, and then he buys Swifties, which was an interesting decision. Like, it just makes him so easy for me to kill. Even if Soraka is there, I just blow him up now. But once again, with Triforce, it stalls out the game a little bit, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to. We're going to have to get him like on his own, mate, or at the right time when Soraka isn't maybe paying much attention. But here, get a free Drake. Whatever's free, guys, like in terms of objectives, turrets, dragons, barons, you always want to do them, yeah? Because the reason you do this, like, or Drakes anyway, is so the other team doesn't get it. If you have a free chance or, you know, a shot at getting it for free, just do it. Even if it wastes your mana and shit, just do it. It's so worth for the team. And we're just going to go to blue buff and farm this. But yeah, what I was saying earlier, yeah, Triforce. Yeah, Triforce just stalls out the game, which is why I don't like getting it, like, all the time. As you see here, I'm going to go in on Fudge. I think someone pinged me here to back, and I don't know why. So he flashes. Yeah, okay, so this pings me to back here, but I actually, like, wanted to go in because I can outplay him. And I also tilted here because someone in the chat was telling me why Red Smite is good, and I just said, no, it's not. Or it's not the most optimal build, I think I said. So we kill Fudge in like 10 seconds, and then I die as well because I don't ARB because I was tilting from someone in the chat. But that's my bad. That's not really an excuse. So I should have AR'd, but whatever. But yeah, back to Triforce. Something I want you guys to kind of try to understand is that Triforce just stalls out the game, right? It's 3 items, yeah, to make 1. It's like 3,000. I think it's 3733. Yeah, the gold. So it just stalls out the game, right? Like Phage, Sheen, Stinger, yeah, they're kind of nice on Shaq. Yeah, they do, you know, give us some stats and shit. But they're not really that impactful. It's only impactful once you build and finish the item, right? So for 3,700 gold, you're not doing anything. You're not really adding any damage to your kit. You're not ending the game. You're not closing out the game. You're just letting it drag on until you get Triforce. Now, yes, you can still kill people. You can still one-shot people because you've got Dustblade and you're pretty farmed. But the build I'm going here, Triforce, it just stalls out the game that little bit longer. If I had gone Ghostblade here and was looking for Jin and shit, and, you know, just causing chaos on the map, mate, this game probably would have ended sooner. In fact, almost definitely. Alright, and I even say in the game that as well. I also acknowledge that. I'm like, oh shit, I actually messed up the build here. Once again, here I'm just maybe looking mid, but we end up going to farm it. We're kind of close to Triforce. When you're close to, like, getting a major item on Shack, normally you just want to look for farm. And because Baron's up, that's a major objective. Like, you just want to kind of spike all those objective fights. So, like, say there's a fight at Baron. I don't want to have a Phage and a Stinger and 1,100 gold for that fight. I want to have Triforce here because I'm so close. So after I do Gromp, I'll be like 200 gold off. So I'm just looking for CS. Just looking for some way to get this gold. Now, if a pick, you know, comes up mid on Jin or Soraka, no worries, I'll be there. But we're just looking for a bit of gold here, getting some vision shit. They're never going to do Baron, it's only 20 minutes in. Their Baron team is shit as well, like Zac does it slow. Jin is probably the worst ADC for Baron. So there's no, like, you know, worry from my end anyway on them doing Baron. So I can, like, kind of still roam around the whole map. If they had a very quick Baron team like Kai'Sa and their chance of Feather, maybe. As you see here, this is a really good example of me coming mid. Awesome, that second auto was clutch, very clean. How we cancelled it with Tiamat and E, that was beautiful. We get that second auto in and Jin dies, even with Soraka there, what I was saying before. And this is me without a Ghostblade as well. If I have a Ghostblade, that kid dies, like, for certain. And this is where I end. So I'll let the clip play out, and then we'll talk about it. So, that decision by me right there was legit D5. I thought that shit was out of my game, I must admit. And that rarely happens now, but that just kind of tilted the fuck out of me, mate. Like, I do the hard work in getting the pick right in Jin. And me going on Fudge there is just a massive throw. Fudge has, I don't know what HP he had. He has Ninja Tabis. He's got fucking HP from Cleaver. But Bit plays this really well, by the way, the Lucian. Dodges all that shit, balks him. Plays it very nice. But me going on Fudge there, guys, is just a huge throw, the Jace. Because we get the pick on Jin, right? All we want to do is just control Baron. I don't need to go on Jace. Like, is he my primary target? No way. It's Yasuo or Soraka, one of them. Jace is, I mean, it's Zac is the last one, but Jace is like, mate, don't even worry about it. All you want to worry about Jace is just dodging his EQ and his, you know, shit if he goes on you. That's about it. You never want to be near him in fights because of Ninja Tabis, he's got very good levels, he's got HP. We have no armor pen or anything. So right there, that was just a big int on my behalf. And yeah, it was a little throw, like, they don't do Baron off of it, but still, like, that shit, mate, dying like that, nah, you gotta get it out of your system. Play the percentages, mate. That's what I like to say, like, is that a high percentage play? Absolutely not. Like, what are the chances of us killing Jace there? Legit none. They're legit nil. We don't have any chance of killing him, mate. We're not fed enough to do that kind of play. Right now, late game, you're going to see that when we get some items in, I can almost one-shot Fudge. Alright, or I can make a play on him at least with Oriball and stuff. But that situation there, that was legit me going in one-on-one against a Jace with Tarbies and Cleaver. Never going to win it. So slap on the wrist, mate. If I were you guys as well, I would be watching the gameplay and just commenting like what you would do, and if I do it in the game, because I was going pretty hard here. I was tilting from chat a little bit, so the brain was kind of all over the place, you know, for some of the game. But yeah, if I were you guys, just watch the gameplay and say, oh, okay, so Baron's up, okay, I see Babip getting caught mid, what do I do now? Well, you complain. That's what you do, you complain, mate, about Babip getting caught. No. So now it's all about Baron. Are they going to go for Baron with this pick? They're going to come to Infernal Drake. So I want to be in a position to steal this. I've got a nice little box in there, which is giving me vision of it. I think it does. Here it's about being on point. We see Guts coming in here. We see Fudge, and so they know I'm in this vicinity. So we just want to get out, and I don't know. We steal a Raptor camp and stuff. But there's no point in me going for that. I think because Baron's up as well. If I go in and die there, it's just not worth. This is a good play. I like this play, what I did. So you know like how they're all at Infernal, and they don't want me to steal it, so they're probably all going to be there to rush in, and if a fight does break out, you know, they want to be there for it just to secure it. See Guts coming in again. This was a nice play I did. Here again, this is an instance, if I had Ghostblade, Chungy gets taken down, nice dodge in his WQ, on his Tornado, sorry. Like, if I have Ghostblade there, he gets chunked, like, way more than that. Chungy comes in again, we queue away. I could have queued through there, but I didn't know where Fudge and shit were, so I was like, oh, okay. And Bip was, I don't know, doing some shit topside, maybe taking red, I'm not sure. But, yeah, it just looks a bit risky, especially after the Jace play. I was just hesitant to make a red hot play like that. So you see here, Jin W's me, which is kind of unfortunate, but this is fine. We just want to bait. We don't want to do Baron here. It's all about baiting, trying to get some picks and our ultimates, as you see. That's Fudge ours. And then, unfortunately for us, Soraka gets picked, but I don't give a shit about her. Like, she's 100% dead there, right? If I can queue through and get to their backline and Jin and get another pick, that's just Baron for us. And as you see, we end up doing a clean combo in Jin. We go straight to Baron and do this. This is what I should have done earlier. So if you rewind like 3 minutes when I died to Fudge, this is what should have happened. We just do Baron. If they don't come, we get it. If they come, we peel and we kill all of them. Here again, guys, knowing your gold values. So I'm on, I think Ghostblade now is 2550 with just one longsword. So I'm looking for ways to get that extra gold in here. So as you see, you know, I'm okay. I actually end up backing. I'm kind of surprised. I probably should have stayed out actually, because all we can get is a Dirk here, right? Yeah, I should have stayed out there. I should have gone straight to Wolves and Gromp. I'm surprised I didn't. That was a mistake. There you go. Bit of a mistake there, mate, on the Rift. So if you guys pointed that out, well done. You guys must have a good head. But here we go. So there you go. I'm getting tilted as well by No Life messaging me. If by the way, boys, if someone messaged me on League when I'm live and goes, stream, when is it? Just check. Don't you guys just check? So once again, here I'm just a little bit of gold short of a Ghostblade, so I'm just looking for farm. Now, it's important as well, guys, because I think your team here, and this team as well, just, like, you always want to do something with Baron, right? So, what your team will do is play aggressively for objectives and shit, and if you're not there, and they get aced and stuff, it's just a bit of a throw. So, it's important to, like, once again, as I'm saying, play towards your power spikes. If you're close to an item, like I was for Triforce earlier, like I was for Ghostblade just then, it's important to play to them. Like, if there's a major fight coming up and you think there's going to be a fight, especially when we have Baron and we're sieging turrets and shit, a fight normally breaks out and the game can end very quickly. So, for those fights, we want, you know, the best items possible, obviously. And if we're 200, 300 gold off a major item, just wait it out. Just tell your team, just wait. I've got a Ghostblade in, you know, however long. Just let me get that and we can fight. Now, this fight here is interesting. I've watched this back a few times and It's just that, like, the play from me is fine, but it just depends on my team if they want to follow up, and they don't. So, honestly, it's just a bit of a throw from me. So, Guts is here. I was just looking for a pick. Maybe Soraka runs back and shit, but this tower is free. I don't know why everyone is so fucking scared. Yeah, they have a Zac, but it's not that hard. As we see, we are everything, and I'm just like, hit the turret. Like, look at the turret, mate. I get Baraka Silence, which is one of the most cancer abilities in the game. And yeah, I type in chat. So I'm a bit tilted here after that. You know, I was like, okay, so maybe we can get it. If the turret goes down and, like, the boys... I don't know. It was probably a throw. But I don't really mind the play I made. Let me put it this way. If one of you guys made that play and then complained about them hitting the turret, yeah, I probably would have done as well. Honestly, it's just an awkward situation where your team has to, like, understand, you know... I don't know. You have to be on the same page, I guess. So we lose Baron. The Ghost Blade we had doesn't do anything here because we die, so getting that item, all that time is pretty much just wasted, mate, because we just ended. So all the good work we did in the last, 2-3 minutes, getting a pick on Jhin, the team picking Soraka, us getting Baron, has just come undone because I had butted a turret when I thought my team was going to help us in taking it. So important to be on the same page, mate. Communicating with the team, saying, just hit the turret, or even pinging the turret there. I should have pinged the turret, I don't think I did when I was underneath it. Little things like that do make the difference in these games. So here the game is kind of just reset. So, I don't have Baron. Baron is probably running out for the boys if it hasn't done so already. And I'm back to looking to make a pick. So I don't have any real item spikes to hit in the next, 30 seconds or a minute or so. So I'm just looking to make a pick here. We're only on 900 gold as well, so there's nothing major we can pick up. We can get a BF sword, though, after this crab, I think, if we sell Machete. So I'm thinking about that here. Now, once again, just looking for a pick, looking around mid lane. We know that Jin's been farming mid a lot, and even Yasuo, if I can get a pick on him, it's easy. So I try to time this and try to queue over and find Jhin. Unfortunately, he's not there, so it's all good. We can just back away. Once again, we don't really want to overextend, especially at this point in the game. As you see, my Duskblade is fucking going nuts, mate. That made me laugh, actually. I don't know why. It's pretty funny, that. Clicking on the Duskblade, mate, and then it's on the end of your bloody cursor. I'm not sure what Infernal Drake is up. Infernal Drake is the next Drake. So, awesome Flay by Thresh there, and then he gets him. We killed Jhin in the backline. I don't know why he yard. Really, really kind of interesting decision. So, we see Yasuo here, and we just want to play this out. We just want to card him, right? So, we get that kill as well. These fights are just very, very clean and well played. Like, I don't think I would have, done anything differently in hindsight. So we play these really well and eventually end up getting an inhib, I think. Then we go to Infernal. So what I did right there, was what I was talking about kind of earlier, around level 9 or 10, I think it was. I ping mid-turret here, but there's no way we get it. So I messed up there. My bad. But if you see a fight break out, okay, I'll shut up, you guys can watch this. Noticing that Ori still has R. Chungy comes in and goes on me. Oh, but look at the fear, mate, on the box, too. That legit feared him for, 5 seconds, mate. So, yeah, realizing there that Ori still had R, and that the only people that were up for them were Jason and Yasuo, just going back in there, they're never even going to expect it. Even in this elo, bro, they're going to expect you to go straight to Infernal Drake, so just catching them off guard. If Ori doesn't have R there, I'd probably still make that play, but that's just like a high IQ kind of realizing the situation, that their team is off respawn or still dead from that previous fight, and it's like a 3v, 4v2 in that situation. So if the fight lasts 10 seconds, it's a 4v2. If it extends, it then becomes like a 4v3, 4v4 after they all respawn and get to the fight. So if we can kill them quickly, it's obviously worth, and that's what ends up happening. So the calculations, mate. You've got to calculate every situation and think to yourself, alright, is that worth? Can I kill him now? Do I have time to kill him? All these things, mate, you've got to think about, alright? Now, crucial point of the game, again. So, Baron is up in 40 seconds. I think so, that's the main objective here. So we have a GA as well, which is sweet. So right here, mate, this game is just over. When you get to this point on Shaco level 17, I think we're the highest in the game, you just know the game's over. Right here as well, red buff's up, so I'm telling the team to just wait, let me get red buff, and we'll be sweet. I don't actually do it, but yeah, they know. Lower elo games always tell your team, let me red 1 second, or let me red, and then pick. Just type as much as you can to your team, as long as it's not flame, kappa. And yeah, once again here, just make it look. Just waiting to make a pick, mate. We've got all the vision on Baron. They have to come to us. It's the ball is in our half, mate, in our court. Is that right? So I queue through here because Guts is going to come in, and I think we end up killing Jin or Raka one-shotting him. Okay, so Raka, because he has Tarbis, is unkillable, but this is, like, how we play this fight is awesome after this. So we're just carting them around. We get Guts. I'm going to queue through again, and I think we end up killing someone else. So I've got the Orianna ball on me, and I'm just, like, trying to get them to commit to me to see if they do. If they do, they all die. But whatever. We ended up killing one of them. I'm actually not sure who it was, but once again here, looking to make a pick, mate. So it's a 5v4. If we get another one, we can just, you know, it's just GG. See the damage there on Fudge, coupled with Orianna, mate? It's just fucked. I kind of entered here as well. Like Yasuo, what is it, tornaded me, and I didn't actually get hit in it, but it just gave Chungy a chance to pop my GA, and that's what he did. So a bit of an int from me there. I didn't need to do that, but the game should be over, and it is in the next few minutes. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It probably wasn't like the best commentary because I haven't actually watched the game for a while, but I think the key like factors in the game I talked about, so like going on the right targets, mirroring what the other jungler's doing, early game as well. Like you see, I had a shit early game, like just how to bounce back, be aggressive, reading the lanes, and looking for kill opportunities, mate. Yeah. And we end up closing the game out here. So once again, I could have probably prevented 2 or 3 deaths, or at least 2 deaths, I think, by not being shit. But unfortunately, we threw a little bit. But hey, it happens in some games. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. Please give it a thumbs up, comment, any questions, let me know in the comment section, boys. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Alright, peace.